In this video, I'm going to cover these basics of how to get rich. If you're already doing these things, that's fantastic. Click here for the next video. So, you want to be rich. Now, most people will begin by telling you how to make more money. Now, the problem with that is if you haven't mastered these basics, then you're never going to be wealthy and have a large number in your bank account. So, first of all, you need to stop spending all your money. It doesn't matter if you're earning 200 grand a year. If you spend it all, as soon as you stop working, you're broke. And not only that, any alternative way of generating income, whether it's business, investing, or real estate, requires you to have capital to begin with. Otherwise, you can't do anything. So if you are one of those people that spend everything you earn, it's time to stop.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more!
So second step, debt. If you have any debt, such as a car loan or credit card overdraft, that's what's called bad debt. And all that means in English is debt that's not working to earn you more money. You want to pay off this debt because effectively it's an anti-investment. It's constantly losing you money. If you started at zero and you have debt, without doing anything, you lose money the next day. So you need to get rid of the bad debt you have before you move on to trying to get money giving you a return in the future. Step 3, emergency fund. So this serves two purposes. First purpose is to stop you going into debt. You want to have maybe 3 to 6 months of living expenses is the usual recommendation. And what that does is if something happens, like someone has an injury and you have to pay a hospital bill, or your car blows up and you need to pay for a rental, you don't have to go into debt to be able to do that. So that's the first benefit of an emergency fund. The second benefit is that when you do start to invest, it's really bad to need the money you're investing in the short term. So if you say have your money in a stock and you have $50 in your bank account and the stock drops by 10%, you're going to be stressing out. And that's really important because the biggest challenge of investing is actually not choosing where to invest, but being able to separate your investment from your emotions and think critically about what's going on rather than panicking when it drops or buying irrationally when things go up. If you get to this point, congratulations. I cannot emphasize enough how important those 3 things are. If you don't do any one of those things, you'll never build a passive income and you'll never be able to stop working. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, I've done all that. What next? I have money sitting in the bank, 40 grand. What do I do with it? So there's 2 things you need to do. First of all is until you get to the sort of multiple 6 figures, like 200K, you're not going to get much return from your money in terms of a real dollar value, because the way most investing works is it's a percentage return. So if you're getting 7% on $10,000, that's $700 a year. So although that's better than nothing, it's certainly not enough to live off. And in the short term, you would do better to focus on earning more from your job and saving more to be able to build a little bit of a nest egg to utilize in further investing. The second thing you need to be thinking about is what sort of investment strategy suits you. So there are 3 main things to consider. The first one being how much work do you want to put in, either to learn how to invest or to actively manage what you're investing in. The second thing is what's your risk tolerance? How much money can you afford to lose? How many people are relying on you to support them financially, that sort of thing. And then the third thing you need to think about is how much money you actually want to make. What sort of annual return are you looking for? Now, of course, there's all sorts of nuances depending on the type of strategy you're dealing with, and I'll talk about those in an upcoming video. But those are the main three things you have to balance when you're thinking about what strategy you're going to use. Alrighty, so that wraps up this video on the very fundamental basics of what you need to do to get rich. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and welcome to the Stonk Life.